Good day, and welcome to the NetEase 2023 fourth quarter and full year earnings conference call. Today's conference is being recorded. At this time, I would like to turn the conference over to Brandy Piacente, President of Piacente Financial Communications. Please go ahead.
Thank you, operator. Please note the discussion today will contain forward-looking statements relating to the future performance of the company and are intended to qualify for the safe harbor from liability, as established by the U.S. Private Securities Litigation Reform Act. Such statements are not guarantees of future performance and are subject to certain risks and uncertainties, assumptions, and other factors. Some of these risks are beyond the company's control and could cause actual results to differ materially from those mentioned in today's press release and this discussion. A general discussion of the risk factors that could affect NetEase's business and financial results is included in certain filings of the company with the Securities and Exchange Commission, including its annual report on Form 20-F and in announcements and filings on the website of the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. The company does not undertake any obligation to update this forward-looking information except as required by law. During today's call, management will also discuss certain non-GAAP financial measures for comparison purposes only. For a definition of non-GAAP financial measures and a reconciliation of GAAP to non-GAAP financial results, please see the 2023 fourth quarter and full year earnings news release issued earlier today. Please note that certain financial information regarding cloud music we will be discussing on this call has been prepared in accordance with IFRS. For additional information, including a definition of non-IFRS measures and a reconciliation of IFRS to non-IFRS financial results, please refer to Cloud Music's annual results announcement for 2023. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. In addition, an investor presentation and a webcast replay of this conference call will be available on the NetEase corporate website at ir.netease.com. Joining us today on the call from NetEase's senior management are Mr. William Ding, Chief Executive Officer, and Mr. Bill Pang, Vice President of Corporate Development. I will now turn the call over to Bill, who will read the prepared remarks on William's behalf.
Thank you, Brandy, and thank you everyone for participating in today's call. Before we begin, I would like to remind everyone that all percentages we're talking about here today are in RMB. 2023 marked another year of innovation for NetEase. We drove momentum across our businesses, expanding our top and bottom lines year over year for both 2023 and the fourth quarter. Continuous cross-category innovation at NetEase Games is actively expanding and diversifying our ever-growing game portfolio. On top of our inherent strengths in MMO and Chinese culture-derived titles, in 2023, we had landmark success and breakthroughs in diversified genres. This powerful combination is driving our game business with healthy fourth quarter performance from both our new and time-honored titles. Looking first at some of our MMO performance for the period, we remain highly committed to supporting and growing the robust appeal of our esteemed legacy franchises, such as Fantasy Westward Journey and Westward Journey Online, with fresh content and exciting in-game events like our annual celebration for Fantasy Westward Journey. In the fourth quarter, we held a series of carnival-themed events that reinvigorated players, reaffirming the importance of Fantasy Westward Journey's IP and its stature as one of the most influential MMORPGs in China. The longevity of these flagship titles also underscore our commitment and ability to elevate traditional game standard through ongoing in-game innovation. Adding to our conventional MMO titles, our new MMOs are pushing the boundary of what MMOs can be. The revolutionary advancements we have introduced with games like Justice are evolving the genre as a whole and continue to gain player momentum. In the fourth quarter, the Justice Nishui Han franchise reached a new milestone of 100 million active users, encompassing a broad and diverse user base. In our experience, these are telltale signs of game's potential for robust operating longevity. The innovative renovation seasonal mechanism which both introduce new pursuits and reduce entry barriers, continues to captivate and inspire current users and new users alike. These are bolstered by rich challenges and achievements where everyone can develop individual interests and be rewarded equally, whether playing in PvP instances, combat-focused PvP sessions, or casual gameplay modes. The steps we're taking to strengthen our brand and engage players are also bearing fruits. By integrating players' other interests with our games and giving them more in-game autonomy and choices, we create deeper connections between our games and player communities. For example, in the fourth quarter, players got to weigh in on the selection of collaboration partners for Justice franchise. In response to players' popular choices, we established a collaboration with the Chinese fan sensation Phoenix Legend. Providing players the voice in shaping their gaming experience has proved highly resonant with our community. The event was a huge success, led by players' word-of-mouth marketing, with friend recommendations driving the bulk of newcomers to the game. In addition to our MMOs, we made headway across a diverse set of genres in 2023, broadening our reach across more casual game players and entering new genres such as sports and simulation games. These are not only extend and enrich our broader NetEase community, but also highlight our ability to bring highly successful games to players in more diverse game categories. Touching on a few of successes in genres that are new to us, Dunk City Dynasty, 全明星街球派对, has emerged as a groundbreaking basketball game. Here we have successfully attracted a large user base to a genre that was previously considered relatively small in China. To build on the game's initial success, we are providing more for our players, adding further diversified gameplay and exciting players to the team rosters. We have been expanding the player lineup since the fourth quarter, introducing NBA stars like James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Joel Embiid, Jamal Murray, and Aaron Gordon, as well as CBA legends, including Yi Jianlian and Guo Ailen. Beyond the game itself, we are committed to spread basketball game culture. To foster broader basketball game community growth, we are launching a foundation valued at more than 10 million RMB this year to support the sports development, including sponsoring university basketball games and facilitating event promotions. We expect these initiatives to extend the reach of our game and the sport itself across a broader audience. Racing Master, 巅峰极速, is another new hit for us, offering top-tier content for all the racing fans. During the fourth quarter, we enriched the player experience with an expanded selection of international professional racetracks and aspirational supercars, catering to our robust demand from our player community. Following its official launch in China in June, Racing Master is now available in Hong Kong, Macau, and most recently Taiwan, where it topped the local iOS download and grossing chart in the first week of its launch. As we expand our reach across a growing range of genres, we are also capturing the attention of more female players with innovative games like 世界之外. With this ACG-style romance game, we have once again defied conventions, introducing an infinite scroll backdrop and bringing players more storytelling and gameplay innovation. We released the 世界之外 in January this year, and players continue to embrace it, having topped China's iOS download gaming chart during its first week on the market. For our blockbuster Eggy Party, 蛋仔派对, we continue to cultivate our UGC ecosystem. Building on players' enduring enthusiasm, in December, we introduced a new feature, Eggy Code, unleashing even more content creation potential by offering an engaging and easy coding tool for our players. Coding lines can be now translated into user-friendly toy blocks to control events, actions, and conditions more readily, allowing creators to further unleash their creativity. This newest innovation pushes prior game coding limits, greatly increasing creation flexibility for the game's more than 26 million creators. To further expand our rich catalog of diverse games, we have a number of new titles under development. Today, I would like to mention a couple of our new coming games that will be rolling out this year. First is 射雕 Condor Hero. Based on one of China's most popular martial arts novels, 射雕 is an open-world RPG that will be launching across PC, mobile, and cloud gaming platforms. We have established a highly immersive martial art world for the game, featuring open explorations and rich storytelling. All players will embark on their journey within a single server that can accommodate over 10 million players' simultaneous online interaction. Multiple rounds of tasks have shown an excellent performance so far, and we are on course for 射雕 soft launch on March 28th this year. Next comes Where Winds Meet, 烟云16声, which is designed to bring players an open-world gaming experience comparable to console gameplay. The game features realistic martial arts combat experience and an inclusive art style with a unique historical backdrop. We successfully concluded testing on the PC side in December, and we are currently gearing up for the game's launch later this year. Additionally, we are thrilled to announce that we have received license approval for Naraka Breakpoint 永劫无间 on mobile earlier this week. We are excited to extend the immersive combat experience enjoyed by players on PC and console platforms to mobile realm. On the global stage, we continue to add studios around the world that cement our ability to draw on local talent and extend our international appeal. We are thrilled to announce the latest addition to our game studio portfolio, World Untold in Vancouver, Canada, and our newest U.S. addition, Bully Farm, headquartered in Los Angeles. World Untold is led by industry veteran Mac Walters, who has over 2 decades of experience in game and writing, well known for his contribution in the acclaimed Mass Effect series. We welcome Mac and his team, who will be dedicated in creating new IP with their debut project already underway. The remote-first studio, Bully Farm, is led by David Vanderhaar and his team of industry veterans. David is an award-winning and experienced game developer, best known for leadership on the Call of Duty franchise. They are currently working on an ambitious new AAA game set in the original universe with an emphasis on collaborative gameplay. We're looking forward to his contribution in creating more highly anticipated titles for our portfolio. As we have always said, people are most valuable, and talent development is one of our top priorities. The tailored course we offer our employees across various career development stages and professions ensure that NetEase culture fosters sustainable talent incubation. I'm pleased to announce that in the first quarter of 2024, we were the sole Chinese internet company to be awarded the ATD Excellence in Practice Award. This prestigious award and acknowledgement from the global talent development industry is an honor that further strengthens our commitment to cultivating the newest wave of internet talent. Alongside with our business momentum, we have assumed increasing social responsibility. This comes with a resolve to protect minors in our internet endeavors. In addition to our existing anti-addiction system, we have started integrating several functions, including a minor mode across our China-based game lineup to protect minors, and will continue to steer the gaming ecosystem towards a healthier trajectory with our innovative products and technology. Now let's move to Youdao. In the fourth quarter, Youdao continued to propel technological innovation and product development, further improving profitability and cash flow. In our learning services, we have consistently raised the quality of our unique courses. Digital content services kept its healthy growth momentum in the fourth quarter. In addition, the retention rates were approximately 70% in the fourth quarter for both advanced level programming courses and Go courses. In 2023, 340 students from our programming courses received awards in the CSP programming competition held in China. Notably, 106 students won first prize, comprising over 20% of all the award recipients. We believe that our students' success highlights the high standard and effectiveness of our courses. Additionally, the utilization of our cutting-edge AI technology and the enhancement of our data infrastructure drove Youdao's online marketing services revenue to reach a record-breaking 474.1 million RMB in the fourth quarter. These AI-driven advancements have empowered us to enhance our real-time API technology capabilities, diversify our client base, and broaden the scope of our applications. Our smart devices saw an expected year-on-year decline in the net revenue in the fourth quarter. This was due to organizational initiatives for our strategic channel structures, as mentioned last quarter. Steps we have taken are directed at reducing low ROI sales channels, which in turn affected channel inventory in the short term, but are expected to serve our long-term ROI-driven objectives. Encouragingly, we have observed signals indicating a recovery, including a return to healthy development in the fourth quarter compared to the previous quarter. The sales channels optimization has been completed. Our commitment to technological innovation remains central to Youdao's business. We have consistently advanced our proprietary LLM Yue and accelerated the development of large language model applications since the fourth quarter. Expanding our capabilities in virtual human tutoring, we upgraded the digital human language coach Hi Echo in the fourth quarter, further enhancing its conversational capabilities. To augment students' learning experiences, we introduced the AI Tutor into our recently launched Youdao Smart Learning Pad X20. The AI Tutor adaptively responds to students' inquiry on Pad, simulating the interaction of a human tutor. Furthermore, we are observing the tangible impact of AI technology in truly improving performance. Our existing LLM features, particularly AI bots, continue to receive user acclaim, contributing to more than 100% year-on-year growth in the translation subscription fees for 3 consecutive quarters. Turning to NetEase Cloud Music. In the fourth quarter of 2023, Cloud Music continued to navigate quality development across our music-centric ecosystem, while further extending robust monetization momentum in the core online music business and improving overall profitability. The revenue from subscription-based membership in the fourth quarter continued a solid upward trend. This growth was primarily driven by an increase in the number of subscribers, along with a moderate improvement in ARPU, as a result of our diligence in strengthening our music-centric monetization capabilities. With the introduction of new premium offerings, including expansive content and innovative features, as well as the broadened membership privileges and joint programs with external partners, we notably grew our subscriber base in the fourth quarter. Moreover, we considerably improved our profitability for Cloud Music throughout 2023, achieving full-year positive adjusted net profit under IFRS for the first time. We remain committed to fostering strong partnerships with music content, music copyright holders, and are actively working towards deepening these collaborations to expand our catalog of music label content, promote advantageous music genres, and increase album sales in collaboration with the top artists. In particular, music genres such as hip-hop and Chinese folk has been a surge in the popularity on our platform, and we continue to cultivate content in these advantageous genres. 2023 also marked our debut of physical album market with our first co-published physical album, Hua Chenyu's new album, 希望 Hope, followed by the successful sales of Zhang Jie's physical album, 外南街1982, in the fourth quarter. We continuously enhance our support system for independent artists by actively investing to initiatives that bolster musicians, improving music creation tools, and expand online and offline music exposure. We aim to help independent artists increase their influence and commercial income, ultimately strengthening the original music ecosystem on our platform. As of December 2023, our platform had over 684,000 registered independent artists who contributed around 3.1 million music tracks to our library. Drawing on our expertise in music, a wide and varied user base, and in-depth user insights, our in-house studios continue to enrich our content matrix, offering high quality and unique music content. Our studios are gaining increasing ground in advantageous music genres. For instance, we produced a number of popular tracks in the fourth quarter, including Sunshine Boy and Sunshine Girls 2023, 阳光男孩阳光女孩2023, and 圣山, further solidifying our competitiveness in the hip-hop genre. Turning to our private label consumer brand. In 2023, Yanxuan continued to strengthen its brand presence with highly popular products in focus categories. With increasing consumer recognition of domestic-made products in China, Yanxuan has established a solid brand awareness across pet supplies and household cleaning, as well as office supplies and food, among others. Sales growth remained steady in 2023, with double-digit increase in specific e-commerce channels year-over-year. Simultaneously, we are continuously optimizing Yanxuan's supply chain to improve cost efficiency by integrating automated systems. In 2024, we will continue to provide Yanxuan customers with consistent, high-quality original products. Across our business lines, the cornerstone of our competitive edge is our innovation. With our robust R&D capability, we have consistently produced unique products that drive our company and the industries we serve forward. In 2024, we remain committed to these principles, and we will bring more high-quality products to the market. By crafting outstanding products, we can simultaneously create value for both our user community and our stakeholders. This concludes William's comment. I will now provide a brief review of our 2023 annual results with focus on the fourth quarter. Given the limited time on today's call, I'll be presenting some abbreviated financial highlights. We encourage you to read through our press release issued earlier today for further details. Our total net revenue for 2023 for RMB 103.5 billion, or $14.6 billion, representing a 7% increase year-over-year. For the fourth quarter, total revenue were RMB 27.1 billion, or $3.8 billion, up 7% year-over-year. For 2023, our net revenue from games and related VAS were RMB 81.6 billion, up 9% from 2022. Revenue accelerated even faster in Q4 to RMB 20.9 billion, up 10% year-over-year. The additional growth was primarily due to increased revenue contribution from launch of new games, such as Justin Mobile, and sustainable developed titles like Egg Party. Revenues from mobile games continue to make up the lion's share of our game business, accounting to 77% of our total net revenue from online game operations in the fourth quarter and 75% for the year. Youdao's net revenue for 2023 reached RMB 5.4 billion and were up 2% year-over-year in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter, reaching RMB 1.5 billion, primarily due to increased revenue contribution from Youdao's online marketing services. NetEase Cloud Music net revenue were RMB 7.9 billion for the full year and RMB 2 billion in the fourth quarter, a 13% and 16% decline, respectively, compared to the same period last year. As we have previously discussed, the decline reflects lower revenue from social entertainment services as we adjust our focus to improve profitability in a sustainable manner. Net revenue for innovative business and others were 8.6 billion for the year, up 9% year-over-year. In Q4, total revenue were RMB 2.8 billion, up 12.9% year-over-year, mainly due to increased revenue contribution from Yanxuan and some of our innovative business. The total gross profit margin was 62% in the fourth quarter, compared with 52.2% for the same period in 2022. Looking at our fourth quarter margin in more detail, gross profit margin was 69.5% for our games and related VAS, compared with 59.1% in the same period last year. The increase was primarily attributed to a higher proportion of net revenues contributed by NetEase self-developed games. Our gross profit margin for Youdao was 49.9%, compared with 53.3% in the same period of last year. The decrease was mainly due to reduced revenue contribution from smart devices, which was partially offset by increased revenue contribution from online marketing services, which carry relatively lower margins. Gross profit for cloud music improved in the fourth quarter, reaching 30.3% versus 17.8% in the same period a year ago. The margin improvement primarily resulted from increased revenue scale from membership subscriptions and continued improvement to our cost management measures. For our innovative business and others, gross profit margin was 34.4%, compared with 31.5% in the fourth quarter of 2022. The increase was primarily the result of margin improvement in Yanxuan and advertising services. Total operating expenses for the fourth quarter was RMB 10 billion, or 37% of total net revenue. Taking a closer look at our cost composition, our selling and marketing expenses as a percentage of total revenue were 15.6%, compared with 13.5% for the same period last year, mainly due to increased spending on gaming promotions this quarter. On a full-year basis, selling and marketing expenses accounted for 13.5% of net revenue, which remained relatively stable compared with 2022, when it was 13.9%. Our R&D expenses as a percentage of total net revenue also remained stable year-over-year at 16.5% in the fourth quarter, compared with 16.1% for the same period last year. On a full-year basis, R&D expenses accounted for 15.9% of net revenue, which remained relatively stable compared to 2022, when it was 15.6%. We remain committed in investing into content creation and product development. We are also seeing leverage in our R&D investment longer term. Our other income was RMB 876 million for the fourth quarter, compared with RMB 1.5 billion last quarter. The decrease was mainly due to exchange rate of US dollars against RMB fluctuating over the period, and mark-to-market value of certain publicly traded security in our investment portfolio witnessed depreciation during the fourth quarter. As per applicable accounting standard, we are required to reflect these fair value changes. The effective tax rate was 13.8% for the full year and the fourth quarter. As a reminder, the effective tax rate is presented on an accrual basis, depending on applicable policies and our operations. Our non-GAAP net income from continuing operations attributable to shareholders for the fourth quarter totaled RMB 7.4 billion, or $1 billion, up 53% over a year. Non-GAAP basic earnings per ADS from continuous operation for the quarter was $1.62, or $0.32 per share. Additionally, our cash position remains strong. As of year-end, our net cash position was about RMB 110.9 billion, compared with RMB 95.6 billion at the end of 2022. In accordance with our dividend policy, we are pleased to report that our board of directors has approved a dividend of $0.21597 per share, or $1.07985 per ADS. Lastly, under our current $5 billion share repurchase program starting in mid-January last year, we have repurchased approximately 7.2 million ADSs as December 31st of 2023, for a total cost of approximately $644 million. Thank you for your attention. We would now like to open the call to your questions.
Thank you. If you wish to ask a question, please press star then 1 on your telephone and wait for your name to be announced. If you wish to cancel your request, please press star then 2. If you are on a speakerphone, please pick up the handset to ask your question. For the benefit of all participants on today's call, if you wish to ask your question to management in Chinese, please immediately repeat your question in English. Please limit your questions to 1 at a time. If you wish to have follow-up questions, please rejoin the queue. Your first question comes from Felix Liu with UBS.
谢谢管理层接受我的提问，也恭喜我们刚刚获得的永劫无间手游版的版号。我的问题是关于这款游戏的，首先想请管理层分享一下我们手游版目前的这个研发进度是怎么样的，然后它和端游会有哪些方面的调整？另外现在这款游戏目前上线的预期时间大概是在什么时候？谢谢。Let me translate myself. Thank you, management, for taking my question, and congratulations on the banhao for the mobile version of Naraka Blade Point. My question is on the game. Can management share a bit more color on the R&D progress of the game? How would the mobile version differ from PC version, and what is your expected launch time for this game? Thank you very much.
目前研发进度一切顺利，我们在12月份的时候还在成都做了一个公开的测试，情况也很好。至于说这个游戏在移动端上的体验和这个 PC 端的差异，我在这里只想说，我们过去2年半时间的 PC 端积累了非常多的运营经验，所以这些是非常宝贵的这个经验，也可以用到移动端上去。至于上线时间，我只能跟你说是一切如期在进行啊。我们目前定的时间是在2季度左右。谢谢。
谢谢。
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you.
Yeah, I will do the translation. Yeah, for the mobile version of Naraka, we did a test. Everything is on track. We did a test in Chengdu back in December, and the result was fairly good. And regarding your question on the experience between mobile and PC, what William said is that during the past 2.5 years operating on PC, we have accumulated a ton of experiences, and we're doing all the needed modifications, everything, optimization for the mobile version. And regarding the going live date, everything is on track, and now our best estimate is somewhere Q2.
Your next question comes from Alex Poon with Morgan Stanley.
谢谢管理层接受我的提问，恭喜很强劲的业绩和这个游戏的 pipeline。我有第一个问题是关于单彩派对出海的一些进展。我们去年已经上线，在很多国家都上线，请问今年的这个目标是什么？第二个问题想问一下代号无限大最近的情况。谢谢。Congratulations management for very strong results and game pipeline. My question is, first question is regarding the overseas expansion of 80 Party. We have launched in many countries already last year. What's our latest thought for the game in 2024? My second question is related to the progress of Project Mugen. Thank you very much.
蛋仔派对我们在中国取得了非常大的成功，现在我们也在非常积极的探索在海外的市场，我们还在逐步的这个验证一些想法的过程中所以这个请你们等一下，不用急第二个无限大的问题请那个胡志腾来回答吧。
现在我们是现在是在非常正常的一个开发进度中，然后也会在近期会就是提交的版号的审核，然后目前来说整个团队方向是非常明确，我们是这款游戏在将来二次元市场开放世界上做出差异化充满信心。
Okay, I will do the translation. First of all, as everybody knows, Eggy Party is a huge success in China, and we have accumulated tons of experience. And regarding overseas market, we're in the exploration period now, and we're doing that step by step, validating a lot of concept and thoughts, to try different things out. The tone we want you to get is that please stay tuned. We're going to get there for the overseas market of Eggy Party. Regarding the status of Project Mugen, it's under normal game development now, and of course it's also in the process of applying for the publishing numbers as well. The product has a very specific, very clear positioning and development targets, and we hope in the area of ACG open world game, we can make the game differentiated enough to have its own foot on the market. Thank you. Next question.
Your next question comes from Li Zhang with Bank of America Securities.
嗨，管理层晚上好，谢谢接受我的提问。我的问题主要是关于海外业务的，有看到我们最近也在洛杉矶成立了个新的3A 的游戏工作室，所以想请管理层跟我们分享一下整体海外游戏业务的进展，还有我们有没有进一步扩张或者是继续投资海外游戏工作室的计划呢？谢谢，我自己翻译一下。Thanks management for taking my question. My question is regarding the overseas business, and can you give us some updates on overseas game plan, and do we have any plan to expand or acquire more overseas studios? Thanks.
我们在美国、在日本、在英国在其他一些国家都有自己的工作室这个对网易有目标发展海外的业务，这是一个很正常的事情。 所以这个我想未来这是一个常态化，就是我们在欧美这个日韩等这些人才聚集的地方有工作室是非常正常的。谢谢。
Yeah, so now we have studios in U.S., in the United States, Japan, UK, and other countries. This is quite normal. When we are going global, we have set up our studios around the globe. That's quite normal, and we're going to it's going to be a new norm for us in the future. Thank you. Next question.
Your next question comes from Yang Bai with CICC.
谢谢管理层，有2个小问题第一个也是关于蛋仔派对或者说对于派对类游戏而言呢，我们怎么去看待未来这个 UGC 生态的这个发展和定位以及就是说如果和2023年年初相比的话，目前的这个用户结构有什么差别及我们是怎么看待行业竞争的？然后第二个问题呢，也想稍微问一下出海，就是我们在国内的这个产品频繁的这个获得成功之后，那么对于我们出海的这个战略有没有什么帮助我们能否看到一些国内和海外业务之间的这样的一些协同效应？I will translate by myself. For Aggie Party and the Party Game, how do we think the future of UGC in game content creation? How is the user structure now? Compared to January 2023, and how to view the current competition in party games. And second one is, after so many successful domestic products, can we find some synergy between domestic and overseas business? Thank you.
UGC 游戏肯定是一件非常不容易做的事情这个世界上成功的游戏UGC 成功的公司也不是特别的多我相信网易有自己的优势我们在不同的领域里面都非常积极的探索所以我们还会保持谦虚的心，保持创新的态度不只是在中国市场在全球的市场都积极的去探索游戏开发的这个创新之路谢谢。他第二个问题是什么？那个庞大。
第二个问题是说我们在国内有很多产品取得成功，那在我们走向国际化的时候有什么样的 synergy， 有什么样的协同效应可以创造出来？
那当然，这个肯定全世界的游戏的趣味性都是一致的所以我们在中国取得的这些创新的成功，也是可以同样应用到海外的这个产品中去游戏就是让大家开心的嘛有趣味性
Okay. Thank you, William. Yeah, I will do the translation. Regarding our understanding of the game, UGC type of game, first we would like to say doing UGC game is not the easy job. Looking globally, not many companies successfully did that. And for NetEase, we have our strengths, our experience, our unique experience and strengths, but all what we're doing is keep exploring. What we can do is keep a humble and creative attitude and keep exploring the new ways of doing creative, be creative in the game design. And regarding your next question on the synergy between domestic success and going overseas, games, the fun part of gameplay are the same. Regardless, where the game sits, where the player sits. So what we can do is leverage what we learn on the fun part, how to do a fun game, how to do a gameplay design, and apply that for global products. Yeah. Thank you. And next question, please.
Your next question comes from Jia Longxu with Nomura.
晚上好，管理层，谢谢接受我的提问。我这里就是想问一个很快的问题，关于这个 Egg Party。我们留意到，就是从去年年底以来 ，Egg Party 有在这个全国各地举办了很多这个线下的一些推广活动。然后的话，就是想了解一下，就是关于这个 Egg Party 的这样一个这个推广活动是不是造成这个4季度的这个 market expense 增长比较明显的一个原因？然后我们怎么看2024年的这个市场营销费用的这个趋势，会不会比2023年这个增速会比较明显？我自己翻译一下。Thanks management for taking my question. I have a question about Egg Party. We noted that since the end of last year, many offline promotional activities have been held for your game Egg Party. Just wonder what is the trend for your marketing expense this year, whether or not this promotional expense for Egg Party was a driver for a acceleration in your marketing expense last Q4. Thank you.
4季度这个营销费用的增加，当然主要是有竞争的因素我觉得这也是这个正常。所以你看到我们今年春节这个 Egg Party 的这个 DAU 超过了4000万，说明我们花费的市场费用收到了积极和正向的一些效果那明年的市场费用不会比今年有超过这个大的%的增长。我们在市场费用的方面还是管理的挺严格的一直在积极探索的各种有效的这个 ROI 所以我相信从经营上来说是不需要去做顾虑的。而且在2024年你明显会看到就是随着游戏质量的越来越高其实对其他公司来说要做一个成功的游戏变得是越来越巨大的一个挑战但网易在做优质高品质的游戏方面我们有长期的积累和巨大的研发的投入我们相信2024年也是收获的一年我们在过去20年积累的这些经验会在2024年以后有更加大的这个成果会出来。谢谢。
谢谢。
Thank you, William. I will do the translation. Jialong, you're right. In Q4, if you look at our marketing spending, of course, as you can imagine, there's some factor of competition that we have to deal in the market. But in the meantime, you look at the recent performance, our performance during the Chinese New Year 2024. Egg Party, achieved 40 million DAU achievement, which shows that the marketing initiative we spent on are quite effective. The result is quite good and quite effective. Looking forward, we don't see a big increase on the marketing spending, and we are keep exploring the most effective ROI on the marketing spending, as well as be more rigid on where to spend, and the marketing spending increase shouldn't be a concern. And William also talks about some greater macro backdrops that, as you can see, as the quality of games in general increase, year over year, it's more and more challenging for other companies to compete in the market. For NetEase, because we have long time accumulation in game development, everything, and we also invest bigly into our new project. So to some extent, year of 2024 is actually a year of harvest to us. We are going to unleash the experience we accumulated over the past 20 years, and you will see more and more result of new games comes out. Thank you. And next question, please.
Your next question comes from Lincoln Kong with Goldman Sachs.
谢谢管理层接受我的提问啊。那我的第一个问题是关于这个烟云16声，我们现在对这款游戏这个上线的时间是怎么计划的？那这会不会是一个就是全球多平台发行的游戏啊？那之前也看到在测试中间，就这个游戏其实在 PC 端的这个配置的要求也是比较高。那现在比如说在手机端无论是游戏性还是性能上，我们现在是这个适配是做得到什么样的一个程度了？那第二个我也想关心一下就整个这个市场的情况。24年我们有看到就市场是对宏观经济还有消费的这前景有很多的这个不确定性。那我们在网易的几款这种长线运营的游戏，比如西游的系列上，有没有看到任何这个玩家的消费力或者付费意愿的一些变化？那对今年的这个游戏行业的展望大概是怎么样的？谢谢。So I translate myself. So my first question is about where we meet. So what's our target launch timeline for this game? It will be a cross-platform global launch for this time, and it seems during the testing it requires quite high equipment on the PC world. So would that affect to the mobile world in terms of the gameplay and the companies? How would that fit in both PC and the mobile? And the second question is around the overall market. We do see some of the uncertainty around the macro economy and consumption going forward into 2024. So in those longer term legacy games like Westworld Journey, Fantasy Westworld, do we see any of the change in terms of the user spending behavior or paying willingness on those games? What's our outlook for this year's gaming industry?
对，那个夜云16声是一个非常出色的开放世界的中国古代武侠题材的一个游戏作品我们也非常的重视。那你会简单的看到说画质很好，是不是硬件要求也会很高？其实网易是有这种自适应的技术的，它可以根据你的硬件的这个状态来做画质的自适应的调整把它调整到一个最佳的状态，所以你不用去担心就是画质高可能会导致这个适应的群体变小的这个问题第二个就是我们在发行的过程中，中国武侠题材肯定还是对这个武侠题材有认同的这个玩家会比较积极的这个参与，所以我们也想通过这个作品能够弘扬和传播中国的古代的这个武侠文化和中国古代的文化到全世界去。我们相信有很多人会喜欢这一次这个我们花了3年多时间认真打造的一款这个中国开放世界的这个武侠游戏。谢谢。他还有问题吗？那个
第二个问题是说现在经济宏观有些不确定性，那我们长线运营的游戏像西游系列有没有看到一些消费力的一些不好的方面，以及我们在整个行业的宏观展望是一个什么样子？
我觉得用户对游戏的消费都是量力而行的这个每个月花几十块到100块钱100来块钱玩一个自己喜欢的游戏有一个开心的体验其实它跟用户的这个宏观的经济的这个关系不会显得那么大。我觉得最重要的还是跟内容的质量有紧密的关系。中国的用户变得越来越挑剔其实不只是中国的用户，全球的用户都变得越来越挑剔这就倒逼说内容生产上游戏开发商需要在这方面下更大的更认真的态度去提高游戏的品质。谢谢。
I will do the translation. First of all, regarding your question to Where Wings Meet, Where Wings Meet, as we explained, is a game we spent 3 years developing. It's a very high quality, martial art based open world game, RPG game. And regarding the specifically the graphic question, that's something you don't need to worry, and the players don't need to worry either. Our engine has the capability to adapt on different hardware platform to push the limit of that specific hardware, but also make sure it's runnable on different platforms. So that's been taken care of by our in-house game engine, everything. And in the meantime, for the game itself, it's indeed a high graphic game on advanced hardware platforms. And also, from our experience, we saw people like the wuxia culture like to play the game, and we hope this game could be a vehicle that we could promote the wuxia culture to the world as well. And to your second question regarding the macroeconomy uncertainties, how will that impact the game performance? From our observation, actually, gamers, they spend pretty prudently on how much they spend in different games to get the fun they are pursuing. It's not, from our experience, not very related to macroeconomy conditions. It's actually more related to the quality of the game itself. Now, as we said, the gamers, not only in China but globally, become more and more picky regarding the quality, which puts all the developers, us included, to spend more and more effort to making high quality content. That's kind of the game industry macro we're in. Thank you. And next question, please. I think we have time for one last question. Yeah.
Thank you. Your last question comes from Richie Sun with HSBC.
谢谢管理层接受我的提问。那我想追问一下，就是关于射雕和燕云。其实射雕会在3月上线，然后燕云也会在上半年上线。其实这两款游戏的用户画像跟我们现有的游戏其实重合度有多高？公司会如何协调推广和还有上线的时间表，把游戏的热度推到极致呢？燕云会在大概什么时候上线呢？So I will translate this question myself. So Shediao will be launched in March, and Where Wings Meet can be launched in first half. So in terms of the user demographics, how big is the overlapping between these games and our existing games? And how would NetEase coordinate the promotion and launch schedule to maximize the hit rates? And when would Where Wings Meet be launched? Thank you.
这两个游戏虽然看上去都是武侠类的题材，但是它的 IP 是完全不一样的。那射雕的用户群体主要还是在中国的这个金庸小说的一个武侠迷啊。那燕云16声它的用户就是一个完完全全对中国古代，它是一个基于古代现实的一个题材。所以还是有不一样的，而且不同的团队开发美术的表现力系统的设计都是有巨大的差异性。所以不存在这个里面会有些 overlap 的一个现象。我觉得恰恰是说这个市场上正需要一个非常优质的这个武侠类的题材的游戏出现那网易刚好准备了2款不同背景下的不同 IP 题材的内容，我觉得能满足对武侠文化真正热爱的MMORPG 的开放世界的用户的这个需求。谢谢。至于上线时间，我已经说了，一切都按正常的这个时间表在往前走。谢谢。
Yeah. So the translation. This regarding your question on the two different both martial art based game. They're different. These two games have totally different IP attributes. One is very beloved by Jin fans. The other one is more like a Asian reality kind of setup, and both games are developed by different teams with different art style, different system setup. We don't see that the game is going to have a lot of collaboration with other games. And actually, our view is the market is actually looking for high quality wuxia, open world games, and by offering two high quality wuxia games in the market with different positioning, we hope we can push the market further. And as on the go live date, everything is being prepared, everything is on track, and everything is on track. Thank you.
And that concludes the question and answer session. I would like to turn the conference back over to Brandy Piacente for any additional or closing comments.
Thank you once again for joining us today. If you have any further questions, please feel free to contact us, and have a great day.
Thank you.
That does conclude our conference for today. Thank you for participating. You may now